Hello, League. Welcome back. It's another beautiful year. I am honored as always to be your commissioner. I'm happy to announce that there have been very few changes made, as is customary to our fabulous league. We have instituted the free agency budget, as many of you have seen. Sal Gugliero already using $6 on the Chiefs' backup tight end. I respect it. Have to do what you have to do. All of us know that. But it's a great time of year. Football starts today. Many people in this league have been waiting a long time for this day. Some people, I won't name names, Chris and Andy, have been waiting a long time for this day. They want a redemption. And today, redemption is spelt G-A-Z. So let's get into it. This is going to be every Thursday. I'm going to do the power ranking and the preview. Every Tuesday will be the recap. The recap tends to have a little bit more juice behind it because you just usually came off a win or loss. The preview is just me spewing what I think is going to happen. Generally not something you want to tell, but hey, that's why you elected me commissioner. I'm very happy to be elected commissioner in a fair and unrigged election. If it was an election, I'd still win, but happy to be your commissioner as always. And without further ado, power rankings. Coming in at number 12, this was leaked to the public, is Christopher Michael Guzzero. I have him at 12 simply because of last year's draft. However, initial preview for this year, I think Chris will be a lot better. One of those nowhere to go but up situations. Speaking of nowhere to go but up, 11 is Andy. Andy has a lot to prove. Andy has not won a playoff game since the first Obama administration. It's been a while. Somebody else who has not won a playoff game since the first Obama administration is Kyle Cart. He comes in at number 10. And I think they will all be looking for a form of redemption, a playoff win, anything better than what they've had. That's the truth. And I think Gaz, Andy, and Kyle would like to see that. Coming in at number 9, we have Pat McCann. Now, Pat was in Georgia, the country, not the state, so we had a proxy, my brother, Alex Antaki, do his draft. I think Pat is looking for a second title to prove that he belongs, to prove that he is not just belonging, but a premier, just a home, a team that belongs in the same breath as some of these other titans, if you will, the Sal Guglieros, the Mike Russells, who have won multiple championships. I think Pat's trying to be there, but right now I've got him at 9. It's tough to become a household name in this league, but that's what Mr. Petronius is going to try to do with Bijan Robinson. Number 8, and I know this might be sacrilegious, I have the 3-time champion, Mr. Sal. So Salvatore has a really interesting history. He won 2 championships to start. He had the 6-touchdown Alvin Kamara game. Sal's had a lot of good. Sal's had a lot of bad. Sal's had a lot of teams that have been, questionable, wondering, was it just auto draft or was it just Sal's big brain? We don't know. We'll find out this year, though. At 7, I have myself. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, this team. Can I do it this year? Probably not. Cooper Kupp. Probably never going to play again. So I'm at 7. 6, I have Tom Corbin. Now, Tom has been a household name in this league, even though he only has 1 title. He really should have 2 because he should have beat Kyle, but he used Blair Witchcraft. And I won't go any further into that because I don't want to upset any spirits. But I have Tom at 6. 5, I have Matt Stokes. Now, Matt has a long history in this league of putting up a lot of points, but seeming to lose. I think Stokes has a below 500 record or very close to below 500, despite having some of the most points in the league. I think that luck's going to change. So I have Stokes at number 5. And number 4, I have Dylan, who, like me, has never won a championship. He's expecting and hoping to really cement himself as one of the top dogs in this league. And in order to do that, he's going to have to win a championship. And he's trusting in his guy, the assault rifle. And it's tough guy now to put your faith in. So Dylan would have been higher on this list if he had not trusted a bum of a quarterback in his playoff matchup that I told him not to trust. But, hey, you got to learn on your own. So I have Dylan at number 4. Number 3, I have John Tui Eitenbag. Eitenbag went to the draft fresh off a very, very strong performance in Mario Party 4. He won handily. And I think his team is reflective of that confidence. He is a former champion. He's been there before. He can do it again. He's lost the championship in the last 3 years, and he's won. He's really done it all. So I got Tui at number 3. Number 2, I have the perennial second place man, Mr. Bonomo. Luke is in second place every year. Why? We don't really know. He's just good enough to lose in the championship. Obviously, he was hindered by the fact that Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen did not play in the championship game last year due to the Damar Hamlin situation. And the beneficiary of that was the first place team in our power rankings, Mr. Russell. Yes, Mike Russell. You heard that correct. Austin Eckler going 1 overall. I have Mike Russell, number 1 overall. Many people were, speaking of collusion and things of that nature that I vastly disagree with. And I would say to anybody that says that to get that son of a bitch off the field, out. I want him out. Anybody that says that, out. That's baloney. We would never do that here. So again, the power rankings from 1 to 12. Mike Russell, Luke Bonomo, Jean Tuiakambe, Dylan, Stokes, Tom Gorman, myself, Salvatore, Pat McCann, Kyle, Andy, Gas. And without further ado, the preview for this week. The first game I'm going to touch on is one that I know we are all looking forward to, a game that I can't wait to see play out. Laporta Potty, Chris Gazzara versus Free Chiefsaholic Luke Bonomo. And I know Yahoo has Luke as the favorite in this game. I have to say, I side with him. And that's not because I don't like Gaz's team. I actually like Gaz's team a lot. This is a vastly different team than last year. Gaz, though, I think understood week 1 was going to be tough with Breece Hall. He doesn't know if he should start James Cook or if he should start A.J. Dillon. He's got Kyle Pitts, who we all know. I just think Gaz has a good team, but week 1, a lot of questions going up against a perennial second place man, Luke Bonomo. Luke's got Jalen Hurts. Luke's got Jamar Chase. He's got Calvin Ridley. Starting Elijah Moore, that's a little scary. But I just think Luke's team has enough week 1 to get the victory. So I'm going with Luke over Chris. Free Chiefsaholic versus Laporta Potty. Up next, I have this is versus Pat. Now, I know Yahoo is saying Pat is the favorite here by about 5 points. But I'm going to go with Dylan on this one. Let me caveat this. Assuming he starts Anthony Richardson. If he starts Daniel Jones, I take back my opinion here, and I would go with Pat McCann. But I think AR is going to play his heart out. He's going to be a fantasy difference maker. He's going to get Dylan the win. Jalen Waddle is grossly underprojected, in my opinion. I think Nick Chubb is going to show out. I think he's got a really well-rounded team. Firebush only projected for 4 points. I don't understand it. I think it's a team that can really outperform their projection, and I expect them to. And I think Pat's team, Burrow coming off the calf, not as confident as him putting up the 19 points as Yahoo is. There's a couple question marks with some age on Pat's team. Cam Akers, Keenan Allen, those guys. I know he's the favorite, but I'm going to go with Dylan on this one to come out victorious. I'm not doing point spreads. It's too convoluted. I'm just picking winners. Next, I have John Tui versus Matt Stokes. Now, I would like to elaborate more on this. I really would. But there's something about one of these teams that I just don't like. No offense, Matt. It's your quarterback. Justin Herbert is a loser. He doesn't win. He is a loser. I have no confidence in this week. I have no confidence in ever. Therefore, basically, I'm picking John Tui to win because I think Justin Fields will have a good game against Green Bay. I think Tyreek Hill is a difference maker. I think Travis Etienne could be between 20s back. Not my words as coaches, but I do like John's pieces enough to come out victorious. Stokes is banking on a couple of guys like Pacheco and an unknown situation with DeAndre Hopkins and Devonta Smith, who's kind of boomer bust, and T. Higgins relying on Burrow with this calf. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions on John's teams too. I think John's going to pull it out. Yahoo has it as a very close matchup. It's been about 0.3. I'm going to Mr. Tui. We'll see if I am correct. We need to find out. Next, we have Salvatore Dinosaur versus Tom Gorman. And this is one I had to do a little bit of thinking about, but I'm actually going to go with Salvatore, which Yahoo was saying as well, even though Christian Watson might not play. And if Christian Watson doesn't play, oh boy. But I think he is going to play, and I think Travis Kelce is going to play. I think it's a bunch of baloney, him not playing, because Travis Kelce, who's a dog, he knows his games. He's going to play. He's going to score a touchdown tonight, probably have 85 yards, just what he does. Tom Gorman, probably knowingly kicking himself for not having Travis Kelce. Not his fault. He didn't have a chance to do it. But Tom or I is generally the owner of Travis Kelce. One of us not owning him feels wrong. I think today, Travis Kelce gets his revenge on Tom first, myself probably next. I'm not picking him, and I think Salvatore comes out victorious. Next, I have Skinny Kyle versus the real Kyle, Taco in the waistband. In my opinion, this is a tough one. I'm going to pick Kyle Karp to win. Now, I know many of you are going to say, whoa. Russell had the first pick. Russell's a reigning champion. I think Kyle put together a really quality team here. Might have been on accident. You never know with him, but I think he put together a pretty good team. So I'm going to go with Kyle. Justin Tucker, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, Mahomes week 1. He's a baller, but I think tonight might not be the full 25 points. Eckler, 12 and a half. I can see that happening. Kittle's already hurt for Russell. It's going to be tough. But yeah, so going with Kyle despite Yahoo picking Russell. So those are my 5 winners. As you know, I don't pick my game. Going with Luke over Gaz, Dylan over Pat, John over Stokes, Sal over Gorman, Kyle over Russell, and I'm just kidding. I'm picking myself versus Andy. Come on, are you kidding me? You think I'm going to lose to Andy? Stop it, League. Stop it. You know better than that. So without further ado, that is this week's preview. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, as always, please direct them to my consigliere, Mr. Carp. He'll be sure to answer them promptly, as he always does. And if you don't like my picks, that's fine. I don't either. I don't blame you. But I will leave you with one parting gift. The pick of the night, the bet of the night. They can't lose parlay. They can't lose T's. CTT, CLT. Don't question my English skills. They can't lose T's. We have the Chiefs getting T's down to plus 1.5. Over 48.5. That's can't lose, folks. They're paying out about $5 to $4. So get your $50 bet in, win $40. Dinner on me. What more could you ask for? So best of luck to you all. I will see you on Tuesday with the recap.